Yogakshemam 23rd November 2020. Theme: Being a Life Worker. Corona makes leaders think about the future. Capabilities need to be augmented, and the best way to do is reskilling. Other ways may be external hiring, redeploying people, and hiring contract workers. It is also time to invest in learning in their own ways in a big way. Areas of learning include leadership, resilience, and adaptability. Time needs to be spent in visioning, planning in general, and for planning for capability augmentation in particular. 306-232. Trump concedes defeat. Legal battles are still on. Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation poll campaign is still on. Polls on 1st November. If we are not evolving from incidents, interactions, reactions, we are not in experience. Mere watching and observations may not give us experience. Thoughts, words, and actions give us the experience to keep making decisions, most often right. Hours of struggle take us to a meaningful success. 10,000 hours. Action, reflection, plan as a daily habit. This accrues as experience that takes us through inner awareness, awakening, lasting happiness. Ahimsa. Can we be non-violent? Can we seek peace for all of us, all life? We need to stitch together partial truths towards whole truth, the elephant. Once we accept this, we need to sit and discuss openly. As we appreciate larger truth, we become less violent. This includes justice, less hate, more love to all, more care, life, dignity to all, non-injury, physical, mental, emotional, being with nature. May not include self-defense. In any case, force is the last resort. Protests, persuasion, non-cooperation, multitude of deliberate non-violent actions have to be exhausted before the last resort. Therefore, can we not work to reduce gender violence, violence against women? 1 in 3, too huge a proportion to be ignored. Across the stages of life cycle, pre-birth, infancy, childhood, adolescence, adulthood, elderly, women have to fight various ways and forms of violence in the marriage or outside, includes trafficking, includes force by state, genocides, wars. Men have to join the women in the fight. These are the areas we fail mostly. You feel stupid, inadequate. Your learning and formal training is inadequate. They make us go to fundamentals. Who am I? Why am I here? What is life? What is universe? How can we be so selfish, so helpless, so inadequate, so less useful? Yet, we need to emerge out of these fundamental questions and get into actions. I am sure our actions will be relevant. I felt humbled to introduce my evolution as a development practitioner, life worker in development practice, in Visionary Gurukul Alumni Link. A group of alumni of various Gurukulams include schools and junior colleges in Telugu states. Kanneganti Ramarao in the lead. It reminded the efforts earlier. Sagurva, a group of alumni, earlier and existing associates or teachers of Gurukulams with Sri Marri Srinivasa Reddy as chair. Humble effort remained at the budding level. With Sir's death, Sagurva remained inactive. Maybe Sagurva efforts flow into Visionary Gurukul alumni itself. Also, Saga initiated Pragna Gurukulam at Siddipet. Survey alumni team taken charge and is going on. Alumni associations of individual Gurukulams are also going strong in their own way for establishing alumni's identity, solidarity, support to students and Gurukulam, and paying back. These include Sarvail, Thadikonda, Kodigenahalli associations, APRJC, Sagar Parivar. 23rd November, Sarvail enters 50th year of its founding by P.V. Narasimha Rao. Sarvail is the first Gurukulam of Telugu states. Thadikonda, Kodigenahalli followed. Sagar subsequently in 3 years or so. I happened to be alumnus from Sarvail and Sagar. Call letter to write entrance came in and went to dustbin, and my headmaster discovered and passed it to my family. I could write the entrance, did well, and joined Sarvail. Sarvail ensured National Talent Search Scholarship and Mathematical Olympiad. Some stroke of luck, partly to do with NTS, National Talent Search Scholarship. Mathematical Olympiad. I got invited to APRJC to join late. From APRJC to NIT Warangal. As a student doing well academically, an extraversion got into dilemmas of life, influenced by Gurukulams and the ecosystem at NIT Warangal. I had to buy more than a year to explore and figure out, see around, talk to various practitioners, choose development among development, journalism and services, chose IRMA versus Tata Institute. Given my analytical orientation, IRMA, and immediately following work with Dr. Kurian, Dairy Board, collectives, market intervention operation in oils, oil seeds, brains, trust, Bharat Darshan eating peanuts, and digital mapping have firmly put me in development. The work with tribal communities, 1,000 Nights in the Field, S.R. Sankaran, Koval Foundation of the Tribal, Non-Timber Forest Produce Collectors, Commons, participation with Robert Chambers, and payback at Nandi, confirmed as a development life worker. Akshara emerged. Livelihoods emerged. Yogakshemam started flowing out. Integrated tribal, rural, urban emerging livelihoods framework has been articulated. Livelihood enhancement action plans, value chains, interventions for poor, vulnerable, marginalized have been demonstrated and templated. Being referred as livelihoods people, piloted or supported Gurukulam, Sakti, Kshetra, Professionals Collective, and other 10 plus livelihood support organizations, became social impact, portfolio social entrepreneur, leader, scaling up applying leadership management concepts, tools, skills, technology to development livelihoods has been an important aspect of work. It appears in hindsight I had been preparing for a task of consequence to work with women, self-help, livelihoods in society for elimination of rural poverty, Velugu, Indira Kranti Patham in combined Andhra Pradesh as a co-lead in 2000. 15 million women with 25 plus layers of work took to more states, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Bihar, so on to 10 plus states. Kerala's Kudumbashree is happening in parallel. By 2009-2010, India is ready to go national. National Rural Livelihoods Mission came in 2011, contributed its framework for implementation, a live, dynamic document to service 100 million rural poor with 3,000 billion rupees over 20 years. After the framework, United Nations put me in National Rural Livelihood Mission as its co-lead of core NRLM and lead its capacity building. NRLM as of now organized 70 million. Meanwhile, National Urban Livelihoods Mission came in the same lines as NRLM. Together, they organized 100 million women into groups and their federal entities. The communitized architecture includes about 30,000 professionals, 1 lakh plus community resource persons, 5+ million animators, community cadres, leaders with competence, passion, accountability. National Mission for Elders is in consideration at government and civil society circles. Association with civil society and collectives of, for, poor, vulnerable, marginalized runs deeper over many years now. Mentoring work includes visioning, planning, leadership support, system support, communitization support to 10+ large programs, 100+ organizations, enterprises, 10,000+ professionals, 1 lakh plus resource persons at various levels in various teams. Experimented with 3-month to 2-year programs in livelihood management. Practitioner academic work includes mentoring 7+ institutes or university centers and facilitating learning to 1,000+ students long term. For the last 4 years, the focus is on natural farming, global movements at local levels, starting in Andhra Pradesh, inching towards 150 million farm and farm worker families nationally and outside. In parallel, mentoring, livelihood poverty reduction development for poor, vulnerable, marginalized human resource and organizations continues, moving in the direction of natural living, leading, time, freedom. Development sector has huge scope, being the largest employer. Variety of forms, methods, practices in government and outside. Missions, programs, projects, community collectives, support organizations, networks, corporate social responsibilities, donors, movements, social enterprises, etc. are part of it. May include business, politics too. Education, health, livelihoods, poverty, vulnerability, climate, etc. Taking in participation, inclusion, integration, collectivization, communitization, part of the core concepts. Maslow is modified here. Key principles include elephant, 7 fish, fish fishing, meta-fishing, purpose, social animals, first, existing, KST, least cost, local, rights are part of it, care rights. Sector is transcending, livelihoods to living to life, management to leadership, employment to self-employment, enterprises, identity, freedom, natural living, farming, landscapes, gross national happiness, investments rather than extraction, work hybrid, portfolio, meta-local usefulness together, in sync with nature, trusteeship for next generation, public life, accountability, birdworm views, hair tortoise teams. Development work is in our DNA. Hope, faith, promise, love are our fundamental values. Our mothers have, our teachers have, our friends have. Development work could be a destination, longer innings. Can we give at least 10,000 hours? Can we give at least one part of 3-part 1,000 moons? Retiring early and coming into this work can be more fulfilling, can give more happiness in a variety of ways, modes, tenures. Our expertise, experience can help. We become more open, transparent, and pure. Do not forget to be fit and have stamina. Go for immersion, internship. Be ready for life of anti-status quo. Like a mother, like a teacher. Licenses from reputed institute, internship with a senior, fellowship in an organization will help. Please join the movement for local useful coexistence with portfolio of works and freedom. Live simple life. Spend time with various hues of nature, life, people. Be the leader giving 10,000+ hours. Basic human need is happiness, and it is possible through knowledge, consciousness, and awakening and actions resulting from these. All existence is coexistence in reality, local useful coexistence. This has to be lived. Non-life, a life, life. There is evolution at atom level. There is development, growth at cell level within all life. There is a progression in awakening. Then one reaches the state of awakening, human consciousness, and live with it through experience, thoughts, behavior, and work. This is Sukh, Shanti, Santosh, Anand in 4 levels of living at individual, family, society, nature levels. No extraction, no exploitation. The existing order is in harmony. If that is disturbed, it would get that set right in due course with a new equilibrium, following definite natural life laws and directions. We experience them. Since we do not understand ourselves, we do not understand others. We invest in ourselves to become and be human, coexisting human. There is order in other life. We are not in the order. We ourselves are not in the order. There is no order within each one of us. These orders need to be restored. Coexistence is the way. This comes about by understanding and result in thoughts, words, and actions. We internalize within thoughts, words, behavior, emotion, work, realization, resulting in comfort. We invest in relationships, resulting in peace. We trust in the society, resulting in happiness. We coexist in sync with nature to get anand. We become human and live our innate values, steadfastness, with courage, generosity, kindness, grace, compassion, love, truth, justice, order, and living. There are several shades of work by the soul, mind, intellect, heart, senses, et al. Atma itself, surrounded by buddhi, by chitta, by vritti, by mind. If we understand ourselves, we start adhering to life laws that include knowledge, love, kindness, simplicity, righteousness, usefulness, and coexistence locally. Let us pause, meditate, reflect as a habit. Let us be local, be useful, coexist in nature with nature for 7L. Join us in the world of yoga, of life work, living, flowing, leading, local useful coexistence. Saha Abhyasa Yoga for 7L.